Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 3. This is a continuation of Dragon Warrior 1 and Dragon Warrior 2, the adventures of Chicken and Prince Hermes from those games respectively. So this ties it all in. This is basically considered the Erdrick trilogy, the first three Dragon Warriors. So they tie up the whole story about Erdrick. Well, in our case, it's all about Prince Ernie. So Prince Ernie is going to be our hero here in this game, the third Dragon Warrior. Kind of like Dragon Warrior 2, we're going to have companions. We're going to actually have 3 companions with us. So our party number has gone from 3 in Dragon Warrior 2 to 4 here in Dragon Warrior 3. But the characters ain't going to be related to each other, so the only relation we're going to get here is this guy right here is Prince Ernie's father. We'll learn about him later on. Well, not too. We'll learn a lot about him later. We'll learn a little bit about him this episode. But apparently he had a big fight with the dragon, fell into a volcano, and they believe that that was his decease. So in the tradition of our father, we are going to want to be a hero and save the world from some evil, and that's basically what our quest is going to be. So we'll start a new game here, and we'll name our character Prince Ernie, because that is who our hero is. The rest of our characters we will get to name, unlike in Dragon Warrior 2, where the names were chosen based on your character's name. We'll get to name the characters that we come with in a little bit, so we'll put the message speed to 2 or 3. Still 3. That way everyone should be able to read it. It was Prince Ernie's 16th birthday. Wake up, dear. Wake up, Prince Ernie. Wake up, Prince Ernie. It's morning. Today is a very important day. This is the first time that you, Prince Ernie, shall go to the castle. I've raised you as a brave young lad for this very day. Like a lot of RPGs, we start off in bed, woken up by our mother. Like Chrono Trigger. So come with your mother. There's quite a few like that. Chrono Trigger pops right into my mind. And here we are in the first town. We'll talk with these people. This is all just taking place. We're being forced to go this way. If you go straight, you'd come to the castle. Remember your manners in front of the king. Alright, now be on your way now. If we try to leave, or talk with Mom here. What's the matter, Prince Ernie? Go along and meet the king. Yes, we can't go back into town and talk with people. We're stuck heading into the castle. Yeah, let's talk with all the people here, just like in Dragon Warrior 1 and 2. We want to talk with as many people as we can to get hints about what we need to do in the future. So let's go wander around and talk with all the people. We've got 2 different types of doors here. There's actually more than 2 types of doors, but we see 2 right away right here. We have these gold doors. They're opened by the thief key. That silver door is opened by the magic key. Thief Belker, who once wreaked havoc in this town, is now in jail. Ha ha ha. We're going to learn more about him and from these people. They say that the key made by the thief Belker can easily open all doors with simple locks. And those are those gold doors that we're going to see when we go up north here. Yeah, right to the left there. So we're going to have to come back when we get that door key. Did you see the princess, my princess, my princess? Prince Ernie married my princess, Princess Celestia. See that in the in the closing. I cannot go out because of the archfiend. I don't think I can stand it anymore every day like this. We'll learn a little bit more about the archfiend in a little bit when we talk with the king. Let's just wander around here. Head on down here to the castle jail. We'll talk with that thief Belkor. Anyway, you don't have the key to get open here. Get away from here. That's the jail key that opens jail cell doors. If you want to talk to a prisoner, you'll have to go do it through the iron bars. Blast it, that old man in the Tower of Najima. He stole the key from me, Baker. So we're gonna have to go to the Tower of Najima, it sounds like, to get the thief's key. If we got the thief's key, we could have went that way, and that'll lead us to the Tower of Najima. There's 3 ways to get to the Tower of Najima, so we'll see them all. You can go in through a cave. We'll learn about that one in a little bit. To the west. We can go in through the castle, and then there's a secret passageway in another town. So, rumor has it that you can go from the cave on the promontory to the Tower of Najima. Right. Nobody else down here. There's a merchant down there. We'll talk with him later. Like I said, we needed the keys. It's a good idea when you're playing the game to take notes and write down, you know, like, the Alahan Castle, Thief's Key, and Magic Key come back when you get them. And Jailer's Key. His Highness is upstairs. His Highness anxiously awaits you. We don't have to enter the stair command like Dragon Warrior 1, so that's a nice. When you return from your travels, have your results of your labors recorded on the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. That way, even if you rest from your journey for a while, you can restore your status. Brave hero, please bring peace to the world. The castle gates close at night. You can only have an audience with the king during the day. Yeah, this game actually has the day-night cycle. In a fight, the further back you stand, the less damage you incur. Pay attention to the formation. We'll go over that when we actually get a party. Equip yourself with weapons and armor and ready thyself. It's not enough that you have them. Yeah, unlike Dragon Warrior 1, you auto-equip. It's like Dragon Warrior 2, you have to equip items that you get, so. That guy tells us to go to Luisa's place and get some companions. Welcome unto thee, Prince Ernie, son of the brave Ortega. It is said that thy father Ortega met his end when he fell into a volcano's crater at the end of a battle. We do hereby accept your petition to follow in the footsteps of your brave father. Thy enemy shall be the archfiend Baramos. The name of the archfiend Baramos is yet unknown in the world of men. Some people do know about him, see. If things remain unchanged, before long the world will be destroyed by the archfiend. Baramos must be defeated. Seek companions at the local eatery and start your quest. We receive money for our party. We only get 50 gold, not a lot. Figuring that we're going to defeat the archfiend. You figured he'd outfit us more, but oh well. The king, he's one of the places we can save our game. There's several places you can save your games. There's multiple kings in the game. In some towns, there's like a priest or a healer who can do it. We'll be able to save our games in the eatery because that's where we change our party composition. But that'll be our last stop in the town. Let's wander around here. Very big wall. If you walk along the ocean, you'll come to a castle. From the castle, you'll come across a cave on the promontory. When I'm here in town, the idea that the archfiend will destroy the world seems unreasonable. Here's a healing place. Alahan is continent surrounded by the sea, but I hear there are bigger continents beyond the sea. At your service, my good people, and you can detoxiate. That's if you're poisoned, uncursed, or revived. We can get some of those things like detoxify. We get antidote herbs. One of our spellcasters will learn the antidote. This guy here. If you go out of town and walk for a long time, by and by you'll reach the edge of night. And things change during the night. Some people will be in bed, and some people will be moved around. So like for instance, that guy will be gone at night and you actually get into that house. This guy tells us that we need to go to the Tower of Najima to the west. We'll see it as soon as we leave the town. Without the son of brave Ortega, your father was a great man. You have a weapon shop, but don't really have anything we can buy right now, so we only have 50 gold, nothing we want to buy. And here's our standard inn. You pay there, you heal up for the night. We're not going to be using the inn much, especially at the beginning of the game. We're going to have to come back here to talk to those people and get the Thieves' Key. But we get a free inn when we go to our own house and talk with our mother. So since gold is going to be really tight at the beginning, just like in Dragon Warrior 1 and 2, we will want to save costs by not using the inn and just using the free inn at our house. Alahan once reigned over the entire world. Then came a war in which many lives lost their lives. At that time, the travel door connecting across the ocean was closed. This is the castle town of Alahan. If you go north, you'll come to the village of Reeve. There will be travel doors like Dragon Warrior 2 that will jump us around to continents. The world map in this game actually resembles the world map of Earth. And places are kind of named that way, like there's like Castle Romilly and where Rome would be. There's like Newtown where America is. So we're right now basically would be the like continent of Australia. So we're in the outback. But we don't have kangaroos here. We'll have the standard slime enemies though. We'll run into a few of them all end the episode with just a little bit of fighting. So here's the eatery. It's also the vault area. We can leave items and money here. We have limited inventory space, so that's a good place to just drop off stuff you're not using but may need later. This guy tells us to take a soldier, a wizard, and a pilgrim, and they just happen to be the people who are automatically registered at the eatery. So we can take a list of all the people, and they save the game whenever we do anything with our party. So they have a pre-made soldier, a pre-made wizard, and a pre-made cleric. So you see the thing, it gives their level, their class, and then their gender. So now we're not gonna take any of these characters. We're actually gonna take a little sub-optimal party because I just have the way things are gonna be planned, and I want to kind of show off like all the different classes. So some of those classes are good for the end of the game. So we'll change classes into them later. Meow. Sages are a chosen few. Only the few who can withstand the rigorous training can become sages. Yeah, you need a special item to become a sage, or goof-offs are really useless. Or you can be a goof-off. If a goof-off reaches level 20, they can automatically class change into a sage without the special book. And there's only one book in the game. A monster can drop the book, but it's a rare drop. It's like 1 in 256 chance that it drops. So it's very rare that you would end up getting that book. So at most, you probably only have one sage unless you make a whole bunch of goof-offs. We will make a goof-off because I might as well use them at the beginning of the game. We're going to make a merchant here because later on in the game, we're going to need a merchant who's just basically expendable. We're going to need him to fulfill a quest. So we'll just make him, and then we'll add him to our party, but then we're going to boot him out real quick. So anybody we make here will then appear down in the bottom if we talk with the person there. And these people will now be registered. So, and we're going to register 3 female ratties. So we had Tennison. They were all owned by the same person. A lot of them were wild rats who we rescued, and so they know how to survive out in the wild. So they'll be a really good source of companionship for Prince Ernie here. So first one is going to be Tennison, and Tennison is going to start out as a wizard, and then will eventually class change into a soldier. We're going to get the by-kill spell, which doubles your attack power. And then once we get that spell, then we can make her into a soldier. So she'll be able to double her attack. We'll have Indy, a goof-off, the amazing Indy. She's going to be amazing because she'll be able to change the best class in the game, the Sage, which learns all wizard and all priest spells. So eventually the goof-off will become our Sage. And then we got the incredible Sadie. Sadie is going to start off as a merchant. Now, a merchant is kind of like a fighter, a soldier, I mean. A soldier basically attacks with weapons, uses heavy armor. The merchant is like the soldier, but they level up faster. They can't have a lot of endgame equipment that the soldier has, but we just want to have a merchant at the beginning because it'll level faster than a soldier. You can equip most of the soldier gear at the beginning of the game, so it's basically a soldier light. And the merchant has a special ability too. Actually, it can appraise items if you don't know what they are. And the second one is, after a battle, sometimes if you have a merchant in your party, you'll find extra gold. And so that's really going to be helpful at the beginning of the game here, getting that extra gold. It helps buy stuff. This game is very equipment intensive. So equipment tends to be really, really, important in terms of levels. You get a little bit of stats here and there, but your defense is massively and attack is massively going to go up, when you buy special gear. So we're going to alter our party a little bit here. I added that merchant there because we're not going to use him at all. We're going to just put him back and thing, but we can use him just for a little bit right here at the beginning of the game, just to take his equipment. So you notice his sprite is different than the female sprite. We have 2 merchants. We have merchant the male, and then we have Sadie the female merchant. So you see those sprites are different. We're going to take his gear, can transfer around. And then we'll just drop him back off at the eatery. So he doesn't need any gear, because he's just going to be hanging out here until we need him much later in the game. Probably about halfway through the game. So we'll just leave him, and then we'll grab our last remaining party member, Indy. So let's add that last member. And here we go, grab Indy. Indy is the goof-off. Sometimes what happens is Indy in battle will just, like, instead of doing what you tell her to do, she'll just do something like goofy. She'll goof off in the middle of battle. So that makes her kind of bad, whatchamacallit, a liability, but we're gonna play with it because, you know, it's fun to see it. I'm adjusting my party because we're putting the characters that are weak in the back, and I'm putting Sadie, because Sadie's never gonna learn magic, and there's an interesting thing that the game actually tells you about in the instruction manual. It's kind of a little way to double your defense, but it only works for the first 3 characters in line, and it only works for the first character if they don't have the option to cast a spell. And I'll talk about when we get actually into battle. But that merchant club that we got from the male merchant that we put back, that can go right to Indy and boost her attack power. Much better than the cypress stick, so we'll just boost Indy a little bit there. And then she can sell her old stick and her old clothes. The merchant's clothes. Like I said, we're just going to want to build up our thing. Before we go to that cave on the promontory to go to the Tower of Najima, we're going to probably want to get to about level 4. Characters level differently. I kind of mentioned that a little bit when I said that the merchants level faster than the soldier. So the only other class I didn't talk about was the fighter. Basically like the monks in Final Fantasy, where they attack with their bare hands. They barely use any equipment, but they're really quick, and they get really high critical hit rates. So now eventually characters who have spells, like Prince Ernie will eventually get spells. He'll get the command spell there above his parry command. Tennison already starts its spells, so she'll have a blaze spell. It's like a weak fire spell. Now you notice what I did was I went and I had everybody, the first 3 characters parry. Parry doubles your defense for the round, but that usually means you can't take a turn. However, the first 3 characters in line can parry, and then cancel the parry and attack, and they'll get the benefit of the parry without still being able to attack that round. So I'm going to parry with everybody up to Tennison, then I'm going to press B to cancel back, and then I'll be able to enjoy the benefit of the parry on the first 3 characters. Tennison's in the back, so she's going to take the least damage anyway, so... the reason a person who has spells can't be the first in line is because they won't have the parry command then, because they have the run command instead. There's only 4 commands that you can have, and so it would be like, if Prince Ernie was in front, it would be like attack, spell, run, item. But now since we have Sadie in the front, and she doesn't have a spell list and never will have spell list, she has the option to parry, because that run command is there. It's not going to be every moved away. So we have a big group of enemies. You can see there's certain spells attack groups. Right now, the only spell we have, that blaze spell, only attacks an individual. Sometimes we'll get spells that'll attack an entire group, so it'll hit, like, say, all the crows, but it won't hit the slimes, or it can have it target all the slimes, and none of the crows. And then there's some spells that hit everybody. Usually ones that hit everybody are weaker, but they're made up for it because they hit everybody on the screen. Single target spells tend to be the strongest because they're only hitting one thing, and then multi-group spells like are somewhere in the middle, because they hit a group, so they hit multiple enemies, but they don't hit every enemy on the screen. So you want to try to be strategic. Tennison can take out crows with one thing of a blaze, so we'll have her focus on that remaining crow, and the other folks can all gang up on this last-minute slime. If you attack a target that's been defeated already, you basically just lost your turn, so... And we want to fight these people to gain experience and gain some levels. Now we'll see that Sadie, Indy, and Tennison all go up a level, but Prince Ernie still needs some more experience before he goes up a level. And then we go talk with the king. He'll tell us, how much experience we need to get to next level, everybody. And you'll see that, every class levels up differently. So usually the more powerful classes take longer to level up. So I guess the way they, try to balance is, your character is really, really good. So it's going to take them a while to level up and be stronger. Where the weaker characters, they can benefit from the levels quicker. So that's where we're taking a merchant, because the merchant, by the time the merchant starts becoming obsolete, and the gear that we can buy in shops can no longer be used by the merchant, it's basically the time we'll be able to start class changing. So, and then right now at the beginning of the game, the merchant can equip pretty much everything the soldier can equip. So we'll get into class changing a lot later. You have to hit level 20 with the character and go to a special place. And then you can also save your game there. But right now we're just going to save our game here with the king. That's where most of the time we're going to be saving our game. And as you see, when we talk with him, he'll tell us, how much experience everybody needs to gain levels. And you'll see the Prince Ernie, he levels really slow, being the hero, and tends to be the best character. He can fight, he can cast spells, he doesn't learn everything, but yeah, so Sadie's only needs one more experience to get to level 3, where Ernie needs only one more experience to get to level 3, then Ernie needs to get to level 2. So, yeah, by the time Ernie hits level 2, Sadie will hit level 3. So here we go. Next time I will meet you back here. Like I said, I'll off-screen leveling, and we'll talk more about the day-night system and a few other things. So take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. Bye.